this is like a true life story, and the only thing that happened
was recently she told me how much that thing that I said to her, they're already being so self-critical that they don't need you at that point.
Ask yourself, do you not have the ones that you yourself are battling with? If they are to bring it outside,
if they are to keep it 100% real with you,
100% with you. Hi guys, welcome back to the Truth and Tales podcast. It's your favorite host, Victoria and
Yemi.
Yay! On today's episode, we'll be talking about a very interesting topic. You know, we always try to come with controversial issues, but very, very interesting and juicy topics, okay? But before we go ahead, let me just say a very big thank you and shout outs to all of our fans, okay? Everyone who has been faithful on this channel. We are so grateful for as many that leave likes, that leave comments, that come to our Instagram page, send us beautiful messages. We are so grateful. Thank you so much. We are honored, you know, to be your little big sisters. Anyways, and if you're yet to subscribe to our channel, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, you are so wrong. Like, you are so wrong. Make sure you click on the subscribe button down below, okay? And subscribe to this channel and be a part of this wonderful, you know, discussion, okay, that we usually have in our wonderful family, okay? Anyway, so today we have come again with another juicy and interesting topic, as usual. Today we'll be talking about generation, what should we even call it, Yemi? Generation, say my mind. Generation, say it as it is. It is what it is.
Generation woke.
Generation, whatever. I'm just talking my mind. Generation, you know, it's amazing, you know, it's very amazing that, you know, we're coming from a place where we are so conservative, you know, even when we see something going wrong, we are very careful of how we say things because we are very, we are very careful about people's emotions, you know, and, you know, how the words we speak affect those around us and the rest of it. But now, you know, we actually pride ourselves as, you know, a bad bee. We are a, you know, say it as ever, say it however it is, what and the rest of it.
You know?
So today we'll be bringing you a tale. You know, we usually come with truth and tales, right? Today we'll be bringing a tale to you about, you know, how, you know, sometimes when we are so blunt, you know, all in the name of, you know, I'm just saying my mind. I'm just saying it how it is. I'm just keeping it 100. I'm keeping it 100%, keeping it real. You know, some of the effects it could have, both, you know, positive and negative. So yeah, let us start with the tale of today. And of course, Yemi will be taking us through that. So Yemi, over to you.
So you have said it all. Like, you guys, the tale of the day is something that you guys want to relax and listen to, because I know that you guys will have a lot of opinions. As much as we'll share our own opinions, I know you guys will have a lot of opinion on this as well. So yeah, let me just go ahead and read the tale for the day. Okay, so it says that I want to share an experience on bluntness, because I see a lot of people pride themselves as being blunt and uncaught. Whatever you make out of this story is entirely up to you. Okay? So, while I was with a firm, I like that. Like, it's about to be hot. So it says, while I was with a firm in 2016, a particular colleague of mine was due for her maternity leave. The firm granted her the leave and paid her due allowance all through the period. Few months upon her return, the unlicensed medical doctors without hospital in my office used their microscopic eyes to detect she was pregnant again. The womb watchers.
I want womb watchers.
I'm telling you,
our womb watchers.
It's really microscopic eyes.
Oh God.
Of course, the gossip went round. In fact, a particular lady took it upon herself to make the gist the topic of the week. I understood some colleagues' frustration, though, especially those in her unit who would have to cover her space when she leaves for maternity again. But then, you can't make decisions for an adult who is legally married. While the gossip made wave, a certain lady who was a secondary school mate threatened before other colleagues to report the issue to management staff. Being that she was my secondary school classmate, I refused to allow her be that foolish. So, I refused to allow her be that foolish. So I called her aside and advised her not to get involved and allow the management make their decision independently. Okay? She insisted on instigating the lady's sack because she works in human resources. In her claim, the lady is an unserious staff who chose childbearing over her career, and that's unacceptable by her. That's a lot. That's a lot to see, honestly.
Like it's so ridiculous.
But anyway, let me continue. let me continue because okay. So the next day I was at the human resource office, and this classmate of mine, who is a human resource personnel, summoned the pregnant lady and interrogated her before everyone like a condemned criminal.
Can you imagine?
Yes, she might be carrying out her duty, but she would have been diplomatic with her choice of words. She queried the lady in a derogatory manner that I couldn't stand the scenario. In fact, tears dropped down my cheek at a point, and I left her office when her rudeness got extreme. That's a lot. Okay, how do you ask a woman if she's a chicken that breeds chicks, or if her husband doesn't have something else to do aside sex in the presence of other staff? Kai, that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot.
Hey,
I mean, like, that's a lot. Okay. She was ignorant to know that a married woman can't be too careful, and the person who typed this used capital letters for a married woman can't be too careful, just to emphasize that point. So she was ignorant to know that a married woman can't be too careful, because even family planning fails, contraceptive fails, and not everyone considers that word, because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it here.
YouTube.
But that word, I'm going to put it on the screen. Okay, so well, after that incident, I called her again, this time to let her know her actions were give me a second. Her actions were totally uncalled for, and she needs to tender an apology to the lady. I even suggested she buys her gifts because she really crossed the boundary. I made her see her words and actions were equally unprofessional, but as someone with a big ego that prides herself as blunt, she picked offense as expected and asked me never to suggest that to her again. She even said she'd rather die than apologize.
Can you imagine?
Dear friends, in all you're getting, have friends who can call you aside to tell you your boo. Okay. So, of course, I knew she wasn't going to oblige, but I needed to do my part as a classmate and hold my words against hers. Okay, I don't know what this means. Audio. I think she typed in a native language, in a dialect, but I can't read that. But anyway, let's continue. When the pregnant lady was due for maternity leave, this classmate of mine was able to convince the management, so she withheld her maternity allowance as she had threatened and successfully made the lady frustrated. Kai, that's the height of it. That's the height of it. It was few of the staff that reached out to her financially just to support her through the journey. I'm sure the insult, gossip, and condescending words she got from management and staff got to her, and she never returned even after delivery. Well, life went on, and months later, this classmate of mine got married and became pregnant almost immediately. Okay? She took her maternity leave on the 6th month and... Okay, give me a sec. Okay, took a maternity leave on the 6th month and traveled abroad for delivery. Well, that was the last time we heard from her, because she didn't make it out of the labor room. Oh, that's sad. That was the last we heard from her because she didn't make it out of the labor room. The entire organization was devastated because her death was a big shock to everyone. I'm not saying that the other woman had a hand in her death, but what if? Just what if? And this is where we're just going to stop. This is where we're just going to stop, because the rest of the tale is just our own opinion on the whole story, you know. So yeah, that's just it. I mean, like, honestly, this is just a very sad tale, and I like the fact that it's a very realistic tale. Like, it's someone's truth. Yeah. It's a story, a real life story. I just like the fact that it's real. It's something that is happening. It's not just one cook-up story just to drive up a point or drive home a point, but it's real life story. So what do you think? What do you think of it? Because I know you have a lot to say.
Shuri,
what do you think?
You know, I was even actually going through it again, like, I've read this story before. You know, I shared it with you. Like, I remember when I was reading it, tears was literally falling out of my eyes.
Honestly.
Like, I was literally crying because I cannot imagine. But then again, I can imagine. Before we even start to talk into the intricacies of this issue, it's a very sensitive issue, you know, pardon my, because I'm trying not to make it, because if I take this matter as seriously as it's hitting me, you guys will think maybe I'm here to quarrel. But before we even get into it, to be honest, okay, I am not, in as much as, you know, this act is actually really bad and all, what the lady did, I'm not surprised. Because HR people in Nigeria, if you have worked in Nigeria, you probably agree with me. HR managers in Nigeria, they feel like they are the gods. They feel like they are the, I've had personal experiences of this, so not even third party, of course, not pregnancy, and not as, you know, of course, nothing as much as this. I had to undergo surgery, you know, and all of that, and because of that, I was out of the office, because obviously I have to be like, nobody prays for sickness, nobody prays for any, I mean, who would pray that you will have a sickness that will even require them to open you up and stuff like that? So you think that, okay, they'll be sympathetic and the rest of it was just appendicitis, okay? And do you know that within that 2 weeks, they already got someone to stand in for me in quotes now, right? Yeah, to more or less replace me. And when I resumed, I became redundant, okay? They never, you know, it was so bad that, you know, people in my department were like, oh, let's reach out to Victoria, but they didn't have time because of work and the rest of it. So, you know, the ideal thing that, like the HR, like the normal practice, the HR is supposed to send gifts, you know, visit and the rest of it. My colleagues visited me, they all came around, they all said hello and what, you know. The HR has been instructed by, you know, one of the VPs to go to the hospital and see, because I was in the hospital for a long time, to check up on me, bring fruit baskets and the rest of it. This lady never came, right? And then she lied that she came, she didn't see anybody. It was just a lot of bullshit, okay? And then, do you know that month they did not pay me my salary, okay? It was my colleagues who actually contributed money. No, they paid me 40% of my salary. It was my colleagues. The days I was absent, the 2 weeks I was absent, they deducted it from my salary. And then, you know, this new person they brought to take over my spot, she ended up staying there, and after a few months, they asked me to leave. This is like a true life story, and the only thing that happened, it was not because I wasn't doing my job or anything. It was because I was away for medical reasons. It was just a lot at the time. But what I can see, till today, when I still see that HR person, like in my mind, of course, I don't have bitterness, I don't have any anger towards her anymore, because
no, it's really sad.
The story gone. But that's to tell you that HR managers, you know, they call themselves, this person I'm telling you, when you're passing through, there's another lady who was pregnant in that same office, and she was sacked because she was pregnant, you know, and she was not going to open up to her. But this lady will come, she's like a green snake under green grass. She'll come as this person that is passionate about you, that wants to help you and the rest of it. This lady opened up to her and said, okay, this is the issue I'm going through and whatever. The very following week, this lady was sacked. So they were just so, see, when you're talking about toxic workplace, in Nigeria, they plenty. Like, Nigeria is the headquarter of toxic work environment. So HR managers in Nigeria, oh my God. But anyways, that's not the cocoa of what we want to discuss today. But
honestly,
I just want to make it clear.
sad. For me, I've had an experience like that something that I said affected somebody not in a negative, like in a way that the person will almost go and drown kind of way, but I could tell that person did not feel good. I think when uni 300 level, 400 level, I can't remember, but we're like a group of classmates that we hang out together after classes, just go and eat together. And was one of those days like that. So we went out and we're all just eating or something. I can't remember what that guy was doing, and he just did something. I was like, you're too rural. I just told the guy that you're very rural. I didn't even say local, I didn't even say anything. I said you are very rural. Everybody just busted out laughing. They busted out laughing, and the guy was so embarrassed. Like, he felt so embarrassed. And he laughed as well. And you know, he just but he really expressed himself. He was like, this thing pained him and everything that. And I felt it that, you know, the thing pained him, and I was really I felt so bad. And, I feel like that's like the worst thing I've said to anybody in this life. Like, if somebody asked me, like, what's the worst thing you've said to somebody? That's what will probably come to my mind, because I felt so bad that day. That afterwards, I apologized to him, and it was like, oh, it's fine that I already apologized in front of everybody where the matter happened, where I embarrassed him, like, so it's not a big deal, like, it's over, but the thing enter sha, like, it's 1-0, that kind of vibe. But I felt really bad. And that experience, and there was one recently, there's one recently that somebody reminded me of something that I said to her when we're in secondary school. When we were in secondary school, we were fighting. There was an argument. We were both fighting, and we were both trying to hurt each other. When you're trying to surpass the other person with words to show that, it was that kind of thing. And I can't remember that fight now, but she said I said something that she told me in private I deliberately said it to hurt her in one way or another. And I cannot even deny it, because I remember that fight very well, and it was a heated fight. Like, I remember it very well, and I know I must have said something, but I didn't remember. And we've continued as friends. We got over that fight. We continued as friends over the years, but it was until recently she told me how much that thing that I said to her affected her. So words are very, very, like, powerful. You don't know how something, okay, I'm blunt. You don't even know what you're going to say, how it's going to affect somebody's life. Just like you said that, a female boss said something that almost ruined your self-esteem professionally. That's somebody's destiny, that's somebody's life, and you use words. Like, the size of a word matter, the way you say it, the timing, the delivery, everything matters. Just like with this tale too, the lady said something that made that lady not even come back to the world. Like, she was so embarrassed, or so ashamed for something that she had no control over. That's what is even so painful. Something that she had no control over. And I feel like even the lady, when she got pregnant the second time, it's not something, I feel like she would have even been scared to say it. Like,
yes, now
she would have been thinking about it in her mind, that
most people try to put some gap. But these things happen. They happen. Especially when you're breastfeeding. Most times you don't even know, because your period is not regular. You don't even know that you are even pregnant. I know of a lot of people that tell you that they were already way past their first trimester, almost in their third trimester, before they knew they were actually pregnant. Because they were breastfeeding, because of the hormones and everything, that your body has not even recovered from the one you gave birth to. So your stomach is big, you think it's normal. So you don't even know. So some mistakes like that happens.
And even if my own even argument now is, even if she knew, I feel like she must have, in her mind self, should have been thinking, oh, what is this? She'll be disturbed, she herself, because there's nobody there's no way you not have human feelings now. Like, you have a conscience. People were there that filled up for you. Like, people took over your job. You would, like, immediately you not got pregnant again, you feel bad. Like, there's no way the woman would just be confident. She would have been struggling inside her to even come out and tell people. Like, she must have been struggling, and then you now come out, to come and make her feel even worse. Because I feel like when somebody says something to you that hurts you really bad, you already are insecure about that thing, but you're not saying it. You're already, there's a little bit of insecurity inside you about that thing. Because, for example, now with that guy that I said he's rural now, he even prides in being local. Like, he used to say things like, see, Limio, I'm a local guy, I'm a typical Yoruba guy to the core, I'm this and that. He prides himself before then. And when I just said he's rural, the embarrassment was the way people laughed. And he said I didn't even use local. He said I used rural. That rural is worse.
I actually think rural is more tush.
I'm telling you. I said like it was deep, and he already has insecurities about that thing, and me just using words to point, it's not like he doesn't know. It's just like somebody just highlighting it, and you just don't know how that will impact that person. Like, the friend as well, years passed, she didn't say anything until recently. Just told me that this thing affected her, and I could not even do anything other than just apologize, because I know that if it was me, I would probably feel bad as well. And we are different, we are just different, so you won't expect that the way you will like, it's just a lot. Like, we should just try as much as possible to put ourselves in other people's shoes before you say things. And I didn't even mean to say that to, like, it wasn't like I wanted to attack her or attack the guy. It was just me talking, and but this generation is even worse now. They are even worse. Their own is just intentionally for me. Like, they take pride in being the you know, the most savage person. Like, I'm woke. I don't know what to say.
I'm a BB.
Like, as in, people now take pride in doing that. And your words will just leave one kind of mark on somebody's mind that the person, whenever they see you, I'm sure whenever, in fact, after that guy saw me, after uni, I saw him at work, I saw me, I was like, you that you said this thing to me. We laughed about it, but he didn't forget it. Like, and every time
you don't forget that kind of thing now.
Kai, you don't forget it. Like, so you want to be that person that will leave a mark that like on that person. Now look at let's even go back to this tale. Let's go back to this tale. Like, imagine now the lady couldn't come back to work, and is a source of livelihood that people even had to contribute for her during the pregnancy to support her journey, and she never came back because of that shame. Haba, it's a lot now. Haba. And to think it's even women that are doing this thing to other women.
Yesterday was, I don't know if you followed this trend. No, it was not yesterday, it was a day before, International Day of the Girl Child. Remember that something was trending on social media, nobody like woman.
Nobody
the hashtag. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it. You saw the things that people were saying, that the negative things that people say are said to them, you know, previously. Honestly. Like Adeswa, you know, she put on a picture when you go born. And I remember she was talking about her testimony when she was talking about, you know, these are what people were saying about her, you know, the things that people literally come to our comment section to say, you no go born. They do this and that. You know, some people say, you know, someone said that, oh, you be 30, you never marry. This one was saying, now only social media you sabi, you never born, you never marry, you never do this. Like, people are so rude in this day and age. People have no problem being rude. You don't have no problem, you know, poking into somebody else's business. You don't know what people are going through in their personal life. Look at Etomi's Adeswa's story. You know, how she's been through multiple, you know, failed IVF, how, you know, so many things that happen to her, but you don't know what people are going through. You will just go on someone's comment section. And I think it's even worse these days because of social media. Because I don't understand. I think, you know, it's difficult when you are in front of a person, right? Or I want to think, you know, there are people like this lady in this story that are just purely like, she's dead now, so I cannot see anything about her. You know, God rest her soul. You know, I pray God have mercy on her. But I don't wish that anyone ever have to go through what she did.
So it's not even about her.
Exactly. But there are people like her that don't even care. Like, they can say it to your face, right? But there are other people that, you know, they, you know, I don't know. I feel like when you are with somebody, you are cautious because you see their body expression. Yeah. You know that you can be slapped, you know you can be punched in the face, so you are very careful of the things you say, right? But when you are on social media, you are hiding beneath. That's how they say those that call themselves trolls, right? That go beneath, under the face of their accounts, social media accounts, and say nonsense about people. They are just cowards, okay? If you want to say nonsense, come with your full chest, come in front of me and say it in front of me. If you know you are actually, you know, bold. That one came outside and said, I don't know what he said. He just trolled Jim Ike and said whatever. Do you know Jim Ike traced that guy? I think to a train or a location where he was shooting or something. I'm telling you, Jim Ike beat the hell out of him. I know Jim Ike on his normally, he has brain touch. He chased him there and he beat him there. Yes, I was so happy because I feel like, gosh, I wish everybody would be able to do this. Like, go look for that troll, that person that think you can just stay on social media and insult people, insult their family, say nonsense. And I don't even understand. Anyways. Because you don't know that you're leaving digital footprints for yourself. Tomorrow you go and apply for visa, they don't give you. You don't know that it's something you said concerning somebody. There was one person that went to BB Naija, I'm not sure. She went to one of these reality TV shows, and you know, somebody went to dig her Twitter post of how she was insulting another housemate in one long time ago reality, you know, BB Naija that happened, or you know, some celebrities, and that was how the lady was sent out of the house. You just open your mouth and you say reckless things. You don't know what people are going through in their personal life. You just go and you just say nonsense. Yeah. Okay? You don't know the people's mental health state. Again, I know I'm going merry-go-round.
It's actually part of it.
Yes,
because
go on.
When I saw, when you know, you sent me that detail, and when I saw it, the first thing that came to my mind is, but this person is a woman. This person that is a woman. I'm not even saying she shouldn't do her job. Because you remember in detail, our friend that called that said, it's not as if we're saying she shouldn't do her job. Because I myself, I like following rules, like everything structure, let everybody, I like that. But at the same time, in fact, she didn't even do her job. She wasn't even professional. Even if you feel like saying those things to her, you will call her, not in the midst of everybody, in the midst of our colleagues, you just say nonsense. And then your choice of words, the things where,
So a married woman, not be say she be single, she go carry belle outside. Don't know. This is someone in God. See, let me tell you, Nigeria bosses if I start to see, I have worked with some no. I can't. Many things are coming to my head, like hey God, I can't. If I start to say, maybe no. If I start to tell you the things that comes out of people's mouths to people because they are your employees. I work with someone that literally, this is a person that you will come to work like your work time is 8 to 5. I leave the office around 10, and you will still come to say that who told me to leave the office around 10 o'clock. In God's name. In Nigeria, that is not safe.
Kind, our system is so flawed. It's so flawed.
This person will tell me that you are my boss. You'll be telling your mother did not train you well. Because of what? Because I went on break. If I tell you the things my eyes have seen working for Nigerian bosses, babe, trust me. This man worked with her for 3 weeks. In short, he merely collected the salary the very week. That was the day he gave his resignation. He said in all his life, this is an elderly man. And it's not like he did anything wrong. No. The woman has, I don't know, hot temper. I don't know. But because you have hot temper, it's not an excuse for you to be rude to people.
You are a leader.
You call a married man to tell him that he's shameless. He should be ashamed of himself. That's why you cannot provide for your family. What? In what world can a boss, in which same country, if not for the deep shit country that we are living in, can a boss ever call you to say those kind of trash against you that you will not sue the person's ass? Pardon my language, but we are Nigerians, we live in Nigeria, and we take the bullshit as it comes. Because they know that people are desperate. And it's not like they are paying you any big money or something, okay? It's because they know people are desperate. They will take anything because of the situation of the country. Yeah. So they treat people like they are animals. They treat them like they are trash. They treat them like they are worthless. We move. Like, I always tell my people that, my friends, that I have not learnt as a then, now I have, that I may not know how to be a boss, right? I may not have learned how to be a boss, but I have definitely learned how to not be a boss. With the people I've worked with the women I've worked with, and funny enough, the men that I work with, I've never worked with a male boss and have issues. I don't know, ever. Even the ones that are not my direct boss supervisors or the MDs or the CEOs, I've never had this. Even in this company that this lady was, the person, my CEO was the one who saw me and said, this girl deserves promotion. And they promoted me, and this lady stood and said, no. Eventually, I settled it on my knees. I remember that night, prayer, fasting. I prayed and fasted, and I went to work the following day. I was promoted. My boss made me his PA. I was removed under her. So God had his way, you understand. But at the end of the day, sister, things that people go through under bosses, under supervisors, under HR in this country, it is appalling.
I was just thinking about something the other day, like, can women really have it all? And it just baffles me that the system already, like, things naturally, there are things that are just there that makes it difficult for women to rise to the top and just get to some places that they want to get to. Yeah. For example, with this childbearing thing now, this lady that got pregnant, it's a natural thing, like, she has no control over it.
Exactly.
And then you people, the system already has made it in a way that's, okay, we are not going to allow you to just move forward. And then you, another woman, you now sit upon it. Like, if it was a man that was doing it, honestly, maybe my mind would have been a little bit soft. But the fact that it's another lady that is doing it, like, women out there, there's no need to be territorial. There's no need to be... it's not a power tussle. Like, if another woman is striving... When
they say women are the enemies of women, I don't know if you've heard that word before. Like, women are the enemies of women.
I always try as much as possible. Like,
to be honest, they are not lying. They are not lying. With the experiences that I have been through, with the things I've seen people around me gone through, even the friends that are closest to me, when you tell them who is the boss, like in all the organizations we've worked with, they will tell you it's their male bosses that they are. Yeah. Of course, male. They don't say that male bosses, like, there are some that already, their head is not correct, or they want to come and sleep with them for them to give you a job. They are annoying people like that. Yeah. But see, I don't know why we are we are always competing against each other, and that's the problem. It's like if this person succeeds, then it's affecting you. But I always say that because your success is not at my expense. The sky is big enough and wide enough for everybody to fly. But because we always want to have women underneath us, we always want to have those underneath us so that we feel like we have power. We are bigger than we are bigger than we are. And It's that competition, that competitive spirit within us, inside of us, that always makes these issues like this to come forward. And that's why we are always trying to, say stuff like, women, support women supporting women lifting women up and stuff like that. But even the people that are pushing the women lifting women up campaign and everything, like that woman I was telling you that I was talking about, she's one of those women lifting women up people. My sister, they are the worst.
Underground.
I'm telling
underneath.
you, they are the worst. They are the worst. And that's why all these experiences, okay, allows me to have this conscious thought in my heart that I will never be like this.
Yeah.
I will never make another person feel the way this person has made me feel. Because that's the issue. These women that are doing like that, there's another woman who affected them.
Yeah.
There's another woman who treated them that way when they were growing up.
Yeah.
There was another woman who looked down on them, who made them feel like they are nothing, and they are saying that, me too, I will get there. And when they get there, the person that works under them, and the cycle continues.
Yeah.
And I always say the change starts with you. The change starts with me.
Yeah.
And that's why I always make it it even starts with, you cannot work under me. The people that work under me today, you cannot call me ma. I don't care what the organization procedure is. You can't call me ma. We are working together. Let's call ourselves name, because ma does not mean you not go tomorrow and gossip me with your colleagues and everything. You understand? Yeah. So let's work on a neutral ground. Don't call me ma. Let us call me my name, so that when you insult me with your full chest. There's no need, Let us
own the insult.
See all this.
Yeah.
Your words are powerful. The Bible says that the power of life and death are in the tongue.
Yeah.
Now, like this lady said, nobody knows if it was what she did to that lady. It was like even if that lady did not do anything, there's something called karma. There's something called karma. Karma, we don't believe in karma as Christians, but trust me, it works. Even the Bible says that what you sow, you will reap. We need to be careful of the words that come out of our mouths. The Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence. And it said it is from the evilness of your heart. It said out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. What you are saying is not that you are saying the truth. It's not that you're just keeping it 100%. It's not that you're trying to keep it. It is what is in your heart. It is the wickedness in your heart. It is the wickedness in your heart. And for some of these women, it is jealousy. This woman, for instance, she was not married. And see, I'm saying this with my full chest. Come and say whatever you want to say. I have been in that situation before. The person I told you that the guy dropped me, then we all knew she was a very bitter person because she was quite old. She was in her, mid-30s then. She was not married. There were a lot of things going on in her life. She was always complaining about one boyfriend dumped her, what. So we already knew that she was very bitter. So if you have a boyfriend in the organization, if you have a boyfriend in that company, then I was an intern. So all the interns, if she sees you with a man, you are an automatic enemy. So people usually hide away from them. So when she saw me coming down from a man's car, that was the day that our problem started in that organization. So imagine that woman now. She was not married as at then. She didn't have children as at then. So I want to assume that, with the authority she was speaking to that woman, she was kind of older than that lady who, got pregnant. Yeah. So there's this bitterness also inside of her. And I want to assume that that's one of the things that was worrying her, that was peppering her. Because, see, there are women in high positions that, marriage, whatever interests them, they want it. They might say they don't want it and whatever. I'm not saying it's everybody that say they don't want it that want it. I'm just saying, when they see other people having those things that they want or they think they deserve, they have automatic hate for the person. And it's not only in workplace, it happens in real life. Like, even within friends. Your friend just got a job, you want the job. Jealousy, but because your friend got the job, you are upset that you should have gotten the job because you feel you are more experienced than your friend. Entitled. It is you that could have done it. It is you that should have done. Yeah. Because of that, you start to harbor hatred in your heart. And before you know what is happening, it starts to come out of your mouth. We need to be careful. Power of life and death. I don't know if you understand the gravity of that word. The creator of you told you that I have put the power of life and death in your tongue. The Bible says that the tongue is the smallest member of the mouth, but yet is the most powerful. We need to be careful of the things we say. Words are seed. When you speak a word, you are sowing into your future. And I'm very careful of the things I say. Yeah. When you speak a word, you are sowing seed into your children's life. You are sowing seed into your family, into your future marriage. You don't know who you will meet in the future. You don't know where you're going to need help in the future. And you don't know the Bible says that, is it the Bible that says that, or it was also said that you create your world by your word. You create your world, you create your future, you create your life by the words you speak. You can speak life into yourself, you can speak death into yourself. You can speak pregnancy into yourself, you can speak miscarriage into yourself. You can speak marriage into yourself, you can speak singleness till you die into yourself. The words you speak are powerful. Their words are powerful, and you cannot take it back. That's one thing about words. You cannot take it back. They say voice, your words is like an egg. When you break an egg, when an egg falls in your hand, can you ever fix it? You can't fix it anymore. You can't fix it. No matter how much you try to sellotape it, it can never be the same.
Yeah.
When you speak words, no matter how much you try, you cannot take that. Look at that thing you said to that guy. Did you not apologize? You apologize to him. Did you still forget it? You won't forget it.
Yeah.
It will always be there. It will always be there. No matter how much you try to make amends, the moment it comes out of your mouth, that's it.
Yeah,
so we need to be careful of what we say. And this generation, I'm keeping this 100%. If they keep it, if you be honest with yourself, the things you're only keeping 100 because you know nobody knows what you're going through. The demons that you're fighting, everybody has a demon they're fighting with.
That's true.
The only reason why you have the mouth to talk about somebody else is because it's their own that is on display.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, do you not have the ones that you yourself are battling with? If they are to bring it outside,
if they are to keep it 100% real with you,
100% with you. That's the thing. Would you want them to keep it 100% with you? So you go to people, you say nonsense because you feel like, oh, it's a free word. It's a free word. I don't know what else to say about this situation.
So anyway, I just want to say that with words to like, sometimes it reflects who you are and it affects you as a person. It's not just the person that you're talking to that will be affected. You yourself will be affected because people are around you when you use these words to another person.
Yeah.
Now, the people at that office now with this tale, the people around there, the colleagues, the staff members are in that room when the lady was saying those derogatory words to this woman, they will, in their minds, know that this is not right. Even though they are laughing at that point, but they already know and they will keep spreading rumors about it that woman, she has bad mouth. That lady, she's not, she doesn't have this thing. No, don't go there. And they will say it in places that you will need them to support you. Like, they will say it in places that you need people to back you up, and there will be nobody to back you up. And that's how it will affect you as a person. You're not trustworthy. People cannot depend on you. Like, those people henceforth, I'm sure that they will never want to get on a bad side and everybody will just be like, do you want to be that person that people around you cannot be truthful? Yeah,
walking on eggshells
with you because you're dead. Nobody wants to be themselves. You really want to be that person because yes, I can give it hot. I can serve it hot. I used to have a friend like that she's always the one that said, no, I can give it to people hot. I can give it to people hot. At the end of the day, it backfired and there's nothing we can do. And if you feel like you cannot tolerate other people, then you shouldn't live on earth. You can't even live on earth.
Don't dish it out.
Don't
dish what you cannot take.
It. Don't dish what you can't take. And nobody can take it when everybody around you is 100% real with you. So who is going to encourage you? Who is going to pick you up when you're down? Who is going to, support you? Who is going to, be there for you if everybody is giving you 100% real? And there are times that, and I think it's even a lack of emotional intelligence that happens with people. There are times like somebody don't need your backlash. They don't need it because they are already internally backlashing themselves, or they're already being so self-critical that they don't need you at that point to say it out loud. It's something that I'm learning. It's something that I'm also trying to give people. Like sometimes they just don't need that kind of word. They don't need that. They just need you to be there because they're already going through it inside. I've stopped talking to some people because of one particular thing they said to me, and I just can't get past that particular thing. I just can't get past it. And that's why as much as possible, I try as much as possible to be careful with words because it can make or mar you. It can, it has both effect on you. My point is just that because my point is that as much as your words will affect the other person, it will also affect you as well. It's not just the other person. It will affect you just as what you were saying with karma and your words being a seed. I really love that. Like your word is a seed that you're even sowing into your own life, not just the other person. You go around telling people that this girl is, people, even
your children.
So it's a lot. Let's just be careful with words. Like there are a lot of examples that I could give, like how words have affected somebody. Just because I can talk, I know it's me, and everybody is just. And then it will get to a point that you realize that you're all alone. at the end of the day. Because if anybody is going to survive in this earth, if you're going to survive with human beings, you just need to tolerate and accommodate people, because we are social beings and nobody wants to be being 100% or this 100% real. People have emotions. We are emotional beings. Don't just always be real. Don't just be woke all the time. There are times that wisdom requires that you not be woke. At least sometimes keep your wokeness to your sleep. Don't woke, sleep. Just sleep sometimes, online, physically, just at least let's just be careful. Let's be careful. Words are powerful. But anyway, Victoria, is there anything you want to say?
I'll just say, you asked a question that I wanted to address, about can women have it all? I don't know. We always say when we're fighting for, women rights, they'll say, oh, what about men? What? See, so many things about us, even our biology, even the way we are created, limit us, okay? Pregnancy, even menstruation. See, I have almost lost a job because of menstrual pain. I did not ask
But this topic is big. I want us to talk about it in
Nobody
the video.
In their right sense or right mind.
I want us to actually do it. It was something that I was thinking about. I want us to do it big because they lost.
Nobody in their right mind. Nobody in their right mind prays for menstrual pain. But when it happens, what can you do? You cannot walk. You cannot chop. You cannot drink water. You cannot sleep. You cannot wake. You can't do anything. But then you have to go to work, right? And which is a natural phenomenon. I remember I had another lady boss that I actually told her, listen, this thing is and my own is so bad. When I was younger, I used to get admitted every month. And that's how bad it was. And still is. But God has been good. But anyways, our biology, so many things are against us, okay? Yeah. Puberty. Even, what am I talking about? See, even when you ovulating, there are hormones in your body. You just don't feel happy for no reason. So, it takes a lot of understanding and patience to work, for someone, or to have a female employee, you need to be understanding. But it's amazing that it's even the men that understand more than even we, the female, that we go through it. I can't imagine someone walking under me and telling me that she has menstrual pain, and I will not be knowing fully well how it feels. But no, we will still be the one to say, hey, are you the only one? Was it not Adeze that was saying about her boss when she was working in Adeze space, when she was working in the bank? Her boss, when she had a miscarriage, yes, when she just got married, when she was looking for children then and she had a miscarriage, and her boss said, hey, is she the first?
Can you imagine?
Words. I pray God will help us. One thing you should remember is that everybody's shit smells.
It does.
Okay? Because you are perceiving my own today does not mean that your own will not smell reach my side tomorrow. And it is whatever you sow, you will reap. It is a biblical principle. And it's always, it affects, it is real in every area of our lives. Whatever you sow today, you will reap it tomorrow. So be careful of how you use your words. That is the only thing I'm going to say about this.
I think that's even a good way.
Yeah, that's how we'll talk about
it. Yeah, that's a good way. That's a powerful one to even edit. Just, the way you just drop it, be careful with yourself. But anyway, that's it. And, I know that we really, talked a lot. Yeah. And it was we're here and there, but it's just it's just what it is. The fault in our system. Just take what you can take. Even as we read it, from this story, take what you can take.
Yeah, and put your own in the comment section. Let's hear
your thoughts in the comment section. There are probably other things that we did not address about this story, but we just wanted to focus on office politics, the drama with work, office, and then with words as well. But there are other things, and you may want to share with us in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. If you're not comfortable sharing it with us in the comments, you can send us a DM on Instagram, on our handles, Truth and Tales, or also our personal handles if you feel more comfortable there. Anyway, just the handles are going to be in the description box. You can follow us on our channels, Victoria Fash and Girls to Mom Life. The links are also in the description box. Please do that, okay? And yes, thank you so much. If you're yet to subscribe, this is your opportunity. Okay, don't miss it. Click on that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of our videos and topics. Okay, and that'll be all for today. As always, we still remain your favorite host, Yemi and
Victoria.
All right, thank you so much, guys.
All right,
we'll
guys,
see you in the next one.
Bye.